Hey, what's up, everyone? We're SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you live with episode 3, and we are recording on Tuesday, August 21st, 2018. So I'm Doug, Instagram.com/Doug92Kim, and I'm joined today, as always, by Warren.
Hey, what's poppin' and boppin', y'all?
Jenny's back.
Hey guys, I'm back.
And Anita.
Hi.
So I don't know what Warren did there, but this is our third episode, and I'm just gonna go through some housekeeping real quick. So I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and now we are on iTunes, Google Play, Castbox, SoundCloud,
Yay.
Stitcher,
Hey.
and our YouTube videos.
Yes.
Additionally, we're working on getting Spotify. We should have that by next week. So we're pretty much everywhere you want to listen to a podcast. And then
Yes.
additionally, after we're done recording this main podcast, we're gonna have Produce 48 talk after the podcast, and I'm pretty hyped for that.
Dude, I'm so hyped for that too.
But today's main topic is K-pop idols and dating. Quite controversial, but we'll see what happens. All right, so but before we get to that, I'm gonna go through the stuff that happened this week. So new releases, we had Super Junior DNE with About You. We had Hyorin with Bae. We had Twice with a Japanese single called BDZ. We had LOONA finally debuted after about 100 debuts with Hi, and we had Gaeko come back with a relaxing song called Vacation. So let's talk about these songs real quick before we get going. Man, okay, I'm gonna first go into that Twice song.
Like a bulldozer. Like
Okay.
The video though.
So the music video for me. When it started and Sana started doing this Japanese narration, I had the Korean subtitles on, but I don't even read Korean that well. So I was still confused, but all I knew was that she sounded really cool and it sounded like an anime.
It sounded like a movie.
And I was like,
yeah.
oh my God, they're going to do a girl crush concept. And I was so hype. I thought this was going to be their Run Devil Run. And it wasn't.
Dude, it wasn't girl crush. We got like anime minions running around and like Jungin ramming in walls with a bulldozer. And I was like, what is going on?
In terms of the song, I was fine with the song if they didn't have that intro, because I was expecting so much from that intro. And then that song happened, and I was like, this is okay. And then the music video at the end, it was enemy creatures and an actual bulldozer, and I was like, oh my God, they're jumping the shark with this.
It's JYP. That's what you get.
I mean, if they were gonna have the bulldozer, JYP should have been driving it.
That's funny.
That would have been hilarious.
I think that JYP should be like Stan Lee in all their music videos, where he always pops up in it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like there's so many opportunities for that to happen. Like Dance the Night Away, he could have been the captain on the ship at the end.
Hey, at least the girls look good. Sana looks really pretty.
Bro, everyone was looking fantastic. They're just somehow getting prettier, even though they're already pretty. I don't understand, but I'm okay with it.
Oh, wait, guys, can I make one comment about Twice real quick?
What?
So, Junghyun, no, sorry, not Junghyun, Jihyo. I'm a big Jihyo fan. You guys know at this point. She haircut, and she got short hair now.
Huh?
Dude,
What?
this is the hypest thing I've ever seen.
So for the viewers at home, Warren and I really like short hair.
Hey,
That's the type.
Short hair girls. Where y'all at?
All right, so if Warren comes up on your Tinder, swipe for that, please.
Super like.
Super like if you got short hair, I'll be like, yo, I'll super like you too. But
All right. But continuing, I thought it was a solid song, but I thought the music video was a little crazy, and they like misled us with it in general, a little.
Yo, LOONA though. Yo.
LOONA? Okay.
LOONA, yes.
Okay.
Yo.
So
I feel like it's really catchy.
I need some explanation, right? Because I'm not huge into LOONA. I'll probably get into them as I get into all girl. But is it me or like, so they've been like halfway debuting for like the last year and a half, right?
Yeah.
So they've been debuting like little units, and I think there's 12 members total.
Yeah.
And they've been debuting in little units, and they all have like solo songs too. Yes, they spent a lot of money into this group because Blockberry Creative, their company, have a lot of money.
So they reportedly spent about $9 million. That's a lot of money.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
So in the K-pop world, when you're a trainee at some companies, after you debut, you first have to pay back what they invested in you. It's going to be very difficult for them to get $9 million back. That's crazy to me.
I don't think they even have to because their company has so much money.
Okay, good for them then, because it's like
Yeah.
9 million to be in the hole is a lot of like pressure to have on you. But
Yes.
okay, so I don't know anything about LOONA. I just know that the song was okay, a little too bubblegummy for me, but I'm okay with that for the first song.
I like it.
I really liked it.
Bubblegummy.
I felt
Okay.
like it was like a good middle ground between Lovelyz and like the earlier Twice songs. That's what I felt.
I felt like
So-
go Jenny, go.
I've listened to their like other songs too,
Yeah, yeah.
and this is really good. But their other songs are really good too. Like I
Yes.
can feel like they're gonna be successful. I can feel it. The girls are really, really pretty. They're very talented. I think they're gonna be a hit.
Honestly, like when you're at so Blockberry Creative, apparently, as you guys said, they have money, but they're not a humongous player in the game. But I think doing this slow burn into popularity is a great idea. Because people over time get invested in the group and you're not risking a lot.
Yes, they already have like a fandom going.
So here's some numbers for you, right? In one day, they have more views on their music video than La Boom does on their new comeback that was 3 weeks ago.
Oh my God.
La Boom.
La Boom's at like 800,000 and LOONA's at like 1.2 million already in one day. So that's pretty solid.
Wait,
And-
real quick, how does Blockberry Creative have so much money? Like, who's there? Like, they're not related to any of like the big companies, right? Like, they're sort of
No, I don't think so.
Polaris, whatever. And that's not like a huge company either. Like, they got ladies from Iron and like YDG.
I mean, who knows? People got some monies. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
You never know who has the money or not in the K-pop world. But I thought it was okay. I thought I was getting a little bit of diabetes while listening to the song, but I felt it's a solid debut, and we'll be keeping an eye on them going forward. And
Yes, I'm hype about them.
And then,
I'm excited
yeah.
too, yo.
I'm always down for more girl groups. You know, you guys know that. But
Yes, we do.
and then, wait, all right, thanks, Jenny. But also, this morning, Gaeko released this song called "Vacation." It's a really nice change from his usual stuff.
Yeah,
I'll say.
yeah.
It was nice and slow and relaxing. Good beat, good featuring. I suggest everyone go listen to it. I mean, so Gaeko is originally from Dynamic Duo, and they're like a up in your face rap style, like kind of aggressive. And this song was a complete opposite, and I think it's a good shift for him specifically.
Yeah, it really. I don't know if any of you guys know about it, but back before Hyogo is big as right now, Primary, which is one of the artists in the same company Gaeko's in, and Eunhyuk, one of the main vocal of Hyogo, did an album together. And Gaeko was like, "Yo, that is like the kind of music I want to do," and that's the kind of vibe we're getting with the competition here. And I feel like Gaeko's like trying to change his like direction of music in general a bit. So.
I'm down because it's like you got to think Gaeko's in his like late 30s, right? Like
Oh, he's in his 40s, dude. Like,
he's in his 40s.
What?
Yeah, he can't be like a swag rapper at this
Yeah.
point.
I think it's interesting how his wife is in the music video. Did you guys notice that?
But that was his wife. I did
The
not know.
girl, that's his wife.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's getting Bae in the music video.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so cool. Oh, props to him.
real quick,
Yep.
he's actually 37, not 40. I was wrong.
I told you, man. Come on, man.
Not B.
But props to that. I like that because it's like if he had a different girl in the music video, it's awkward. It's like, bro, you're married, you have kids. Like, what are you doing, dude? He can't be in the club with Cheja hanging out, right?
Oh my gosh.
It's
Oh.
Yo, can you talk about Taeyeon later as well?
Oh, we could talk about Cheja. In the dating majig.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
that's what I'm talking about.
Wow. See, dude, look.
I'm
we need to
thinking.
put it in here.
Yeah.
I'm operating at a high level. Let's go. But for the show winners this week, it was literally a red velvet sweep. Like, okay. Red Velvet won Show Champion, Music Bank, Show Music Core, Inkigayo, and the show. So they won 5 out of the 6.
Wow.
Let's go.
The only show they didn't win was M Countdown, and that's because
They didn't
KCON
have
LA
it.
was going on, and it
Yeah.
wasn't even broadcasted. So they literally swept the week. Great for them.
Yep.
I freaking love this song. I was listening to last week's episode, and Doug was like, "I take it back. I really like this song,"
Dude.
and I agree with you.
Every time, like every week that goes on, I like the song more. Sort of like
me too.
sort of like Balgamat. I didn't like
Uh-huh.
it at the beginning, and now it's like one of the best songs ever for me.
Oh, it's catchy and it's just good. Their vocals are good.
Also, I feel like okay, Wendy's really strong in this comeback. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay, Wendy lost so much weight. Can we get her a sandwich, everyone? Maybe 2.
How about cake?
Cake? Yeah.
Let her eat cake.
Ice cream cake?
Ice cream cake.
Oh man.
Stop.
Oh man.
Stop
I'm
it.
going
I did not intend that.
Okay, I think my bias in Red Velvet is Irene.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I've been worshiping at the House of Irene for like the last year now.
Christ Lord.
I
Wait.
love Irene now. She's
Hey,
great.
Anita, is your bias in that group Irene as well, or?
I don't think so.
Okay,
no.
okay, so it's not everybody. Okay, see, like
I
everyone
think-
around me who's a big fan of Red Velvet, they're like, "Yo, Irene." I'm just like, Irene,
Okay.
right?
Let me make a quick guess here. Anita probably likes Sugi, correct?
Yeah.
Because Anita likes pure talent. I know that for a fact. But I like Wendy because she speaks English. Obviously, I could connect more with her. But
She's Canadian.
yes. But for Irene, right? It's like, okay, everyone knows she's really pretty. Everyone can agree on that, right?
Yeah.
But
Okay,
beyond
but-
that, she got like
Uh-huh.
typecasted at the beginning of Red Velvet, I feel, as just the pretty girl, right? And they wanted her to be like the bubbly pretty girl, and that's not Irene at all.
She's
Oh,
introverted.
She's a granny.
Yeah,
she has like the
exactly.
personality of like a letter paper. Like she got nothing.
She's the perfect leader for a group, honestly.
She's a good leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because number one, she pushes the other kids forward, and she gets a lot of attention inherently because she's good looking,
Mm.
and like she understands that situation she's in.
I like her because her stage presence, it's really good. Like she's
Oh,
just
yeah.
so good on stage. Like her
Yeah.
expressions, like she's just so natural at it. I really love that about her.
That's true. Yeah.
I suggest everyone go watch those videos of her getting scared of things because she's really skittish and it's so funny. Everything scares her. Like when they're at like New Year's festivals and there's fireworks that are going to be going off, she knows they're gonna go off and she like tries to prepare for it and she still gets scared.
Wait, I think I saw like a clip.
That's
of,
cute.
like, I think like they were on stage and like like when you're on like stage, like the little like shit pops up from the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was like I think I saw clips of like Irene getting like surprised off of that, and I was like, this girl, like,
Bro, like okay,
yo,
she gets scared of everything, which is really cute, right? Her hobby is doing laundry.
Oh my
What?
god, this
Laundry's
girl.
not. It's relaxing. Yeah.
So, okay, so she loves to iron. She irons apparently all of Red Velvet's clothing at their
Oh
door,
my gosh.
and
That's so
she collects
nice.
fabric softener.
It smells so good. Yeah.
That's like her thing.
Kyota.
Plus, she's really pretty. Absolute
Yeah.
dime piece.
Yep.
First team all face. Let's go. All right, but see, don't you guys like this format better, where we run through these things so we can get to the meat of the stuff?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, I think this is a great idea because, like, honestly, doing the top 10 and doing the show winners are pretty much the same exact thing, and the
Yeah.
top 10 chart doesn't even move that much every week
Exactly.
because Sean is
Yeah.
still number one, I think.
Still?
Yeah.
Jesus, go fuck yourself, Sean.
Stop giving him recognition. Stop it.
Yeah, dude, and honestly, Nilo is still top 30 on Melon chart.
Oh. Ew.
Yeah, I know. But let's get into the main topic.
Dun, dun, dun.
Lit.
All right, so I'll give some background. And so today we're talking about K-pop idols and dating. And for you who are not super into K-pop, you might be thinking like, why is that even a topic? Can't people just date? No, you're wrong. So, if I had to describe it, I think the main reason why K-pop idols and dating is such a controversial topic is because of how hard people fan for the idols they like.
Yeah.
I think
The
that's one
inherent-
aspect.
The inherent word we call them is idols, right? Like inherently, it means we idolize them, but I don't think that's the case.
I think it goes to that level for some people though.
Oh, definitely. And it's one of those things that, let's say I'm a crazy fan. I'm obsessed with, let's see, who am I obsessed with? Let's say I'm obsessed
Irene.
with Irene, right? And like Irene is life, right? That's all I care. Irene, I slack off at work. All I do is look up pictures of her, save the pictures, make it my wallpaper.
You have a body pillow.
Got a body pillow. I go to all the concerts and take a gajillion pictures and like not even 4K, 8K video, even though that doesn't exist yet. So I'm nuts about Irene. And then I find out that Irene is dating. Who should we say she's dating?
Oh gosh.
Who should we throw under the bus?
No.
Okay, how old is Irene? 91?
90.
Yeah,
Wait, 91? What? Okay.
She's 91. She's
Or
older
91.
than me.
I think.
Shit,
yeah.
okay.
All right, well, let's keep it within SM then, right? Let's say she's dating Shiny Mino, right? Big
Oh my
scandal.
God.
Okay, I can see it happening too because they're
Ooh la
both kind of
la.
goody two. But let's just say it's happening. Because I'm such a big Irene fan, it ruins my life. And then I learn to hate Irene. And I think that's like the main reason why like dating isn't allowed for idols. I don't know. I would say not for rookie groups, completely different story, but for like general idols who've been around for a while.
I have a slightly different opinion on this.
Oh yeah, give it.
Go
give
off,
it.
Jenny.
Okay, so I think for most of the fans who are like who's been with the idol for a very long time, who's been a fan for a long time, you know, that kind of like dating liking feeling is not there anymore really. Now it's more like, you know, it's really like idol and a fan relationship. It's not like my bias is Woojin from 101. I never like I don't think like I want to date him. I never think like that. I just want him to do well. I just want him to, you know, be successful, be happy. That's what I care about, right? But the fans get really, really mad when the idols start. Okay, to me, like them dating is fine. Okay, dating is okay, only if they don't play the fans. What makes me mad is that they get caught and like they post things on like Instagram, on social media, saying like captions. They act like they're saying it to the fans, but they were really saying it to their girlfriend or their boyfriend. So they're playing the fans, and they give the gifts they receive from the fans to their boyfriend or girlfriend. Like
oh, snap.
that's,
Yeah.
I think that's when it gets messed up. Like I think dating itself can be okay, but once you like start messing with the fans, that's when it's problematic.
Can you go into the Taeyeon Baekhyun situation? Because I think that like
That's
really
that happened
hits
there.
at what you're talking about.
This okay. Oh my god.
So we're talking about
Okay.
Taeyeon from SojuTalk SNSD, which is probably the biggest girl group ever, and Baekhyun from EXO, which is I would
Yes.
arguably like top 2 biggest boy groups ever. So
Yeah.
go ahead, Jenny.
Okay, so this was when I think this was during Overdose, right? I think it was Overdose era, and I was a very big
Yeah.
EXO fan, and something was a little weird. Like Taeyeon and Baekhyun started posting the same photos on Instagram, and their captions even matched. Like, okay, one of Taeyeon's caption was "땡큐 베리 망칭."
Wait, what?
Okay, and this girl is a genius. She said "땡큐 베리 망칭." So she's saying thank you very much, but she put like the 이응 받침on all the way, and because the first word 땡큐 is Tang and Kyung, which is Taeyeon's nickname and Baekhyun's nickname.
Oh,
Tang
snap.
Tang is Taeyeon, Kyung is Baekhyun.
Oh
So
shit.
this girl was putting their shipping name to 땡큐 베리 망칭. Like
Every
yeah,
time you say it.
they totally tricked the fans, and then like they had the same exact okay, so Baekhyun received this what do you call a plan card, like the card they like received from the fans.
Yeah, so a playing card is like when you go to a concert, you get your idol's name on a card so you could hold it up and support them.
Yeah, so EXO fan gave Baekhyun one. It said like I don't know 오래 보자 or something. It's like like we want to see them as long as possible or whatever. It was something. It was totally like directed to EXO, and then Baekhyun took a selfie with that plan card, and his caption said something about Pikachu. And then we go on Taeyeon's Instagram. Her random photo had caption that ends with Pikachu something something. So
Hmm.
everyone's like, what is this? Like, it's very suspicious. But it turned out Baekhyun was acting like he was saying it to the fans, but really it was to, do lovestagram. They call it in Korea lovestagram. They were matching, doing
Yeah.
couple Instagram
Mhm.
stuff.
Okay, see, I get that. That's shady, right?
It is
Like,
shady.
That's shady, and you're deceiving the fans, and like, especially because you're using fans' gifts in this situation. That's
that-
even
yeah.
shadier.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's like you really Suregi at that point. So Suregi means garbage if you don't know in my broken
Yeah.
Korean.
Well, I guess my question to Jenny would be then, if they just came out and said it, wouldn't that be better then?
Okay, so I
How-
want to
how-
bring up.
How long
Uh-huh.
was EXO a thing at that point?
What do you mean?
3,
Like,
4.
Was it more than 3 years?
3 years?
I think so.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
debuted in 2012.
I can look it up real quick.
So this is
They
Yeah.
haven't been. I don't think it was 3 years. It was less than that.
this
Probably.
is 2 years
Was
because
it?
it happened in
Yeah.
2014.
Oh,
It's
2 years.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's also bad.
Yeah.
Okay, let me answer Anita's question. So this is where I want to bring up Yuna and Lee Seung-gi couple.
Mhm.
So,
So-
so Yuna is also from Sojushide. She's like the pretty one of the group, and Isungi is pretty much like your mother's friend's son who's perfect.
Jesus.
That
yes,
kid.
exactly.
That's Isungi.
Yeah.
Everyone in Korea loves him. He's like the
There's-
perfect kid.
Yes.
There's nobody that hates him too.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what Warren said. When they started dating, did anyone really give them hate? I mean, some fans could have been upset, but no one was really like super
Yeah.
mad. You guys
Mhm.
remember that? No one was super
Yeah.
like
That's true.
outrageous about this, right? And
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
because they didn't trick the fans. Like Yuna and Isungi did not have Instagram or social media where they, were posting all that stuff, making all the fans mad. They didn't do that. They were quietly just dating, doing their own thing, and people were happy,
Also, the two of them are like perfect for each other
Exactly.
Mm.
because they're both like goody two shoes.
I think like I don't know the details, but I think a similar example that I remember faintly with Taeyeon and Baekhyun was IU and what's his name? Super
Eunhyuk.
Oh.
Eunhyuk, yeah.
Okay.
Is
IU
that
and
another big one?
Eunhyuk is such a different situation.
Oh, is
though.
it? Can someone explain? I don't know the details.
Okay. IU Eunhyuk. Okay, so IU is probably the most popular female solo singer in Korea, who's young, and Eunhyuk is the dancing machine from Super Junior.
Yeah.
And he's okay. My note: he's not that good looking. Let's be sure.
He's also like much older than IU.
Yeah, he's much older. So IU is like 20 now. She's like 25, and Eunhyuk's I think like 30.
Almost.
30.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
Eunhyuk.
Oh, 32.
Yeah, he's 32, so it's a pretty big difference. And this
Yeah.
happened a while ago. But that scandal only broke because pictures. Who leaked the pictures? Was it one of them? messed
IU
up?
leaked it on
posted?
Twitter.
Oh my. Okay, so a
Like, dumb
picture
shit.
came out of a shirtless Eunhyuk at
Yeah.
IU.
Oh. Okay, I've seen the picture.
Gosh.
And IU was like a dum dum for putting that up there. Like, okay, before we go really into this, I feel like either you go completely secret and you don't release anything, right? Or you go completely out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got a cultural question for Warren because he might know this. So,
So
do you think like people getting angry at idols dating is somewhat cultural to Korea?
so there was a point in my life where I didn't give a flying fuck about idols at all, right? And
Okay.
at that point, you kind of don't care about who dates who. You're just like, all right, that person's dating that person.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever you kind of see like a fan going like loco about that shit, you're just like, yo, that fan's kind of going loco about that shit. Like.
Do you think? Wait, okay. So are you saying that like the general public in Korea probably doesn't care? They only care when there's some form of deception.
Pretty much. Like people are pissed about the IU Eunhyuk thing, and then there are people are pissed about the Taeyeon Baekhyun thing. But in general, like people are like, what?
IU Eunhyuk's an odd situation because IU's pretty much known as like the nation's little sister.
Mm-hmm.
That little girl you want to just like take care of and protect.
Okay. I think in the IU and Eunhyuk situation, I feel really bad for Eunhyuk. Because really, Eunhyuk didn't do anything. Like, he was just chilling at home. And then IU leaked the photo, and bam, like, everyone's shitting on him. You know, I feel bad for him.
Okay, they were also compounding on shitting on him because they said he's not good enough for.
No.
But it's not like he revealed it.
I really wonder what went through her head to like release that.
Okay, it's because she has her own private Twitter, probably. And she probably messed up the accounts. Because she deleted it in like 30 seconds, but everyone, of course, screenshotted it already.
Dang.
See, I mean, now that I have like multiple like accounts I'm taking care of on social media, like guys follow our Instagram on SojuTalk and Instagram. But like now that I have like multiple accounts I'm taking care of, like I can kind of see how people can kind of mess that up because it kind of like pops in back and forth, and the app doesn't really tell you.
That's true.
Yeah.
When I'm on our podcast Instagram page, I like follow someone. I was like, did not mean to follow them. It happened like twice.
Like for YouTube and shit, like.
I'm gonna give my opinion on K-pop idols and dating. Right? I think dating inherently is a fine thing. Right? Completely good.
Yeah.
Whatever. My main issue with dating in the K-pop world. Well, two issues. Number one is the deception we talked about. I don't think you should deceive the fans on things. Number two is when you're still considered a rookie group.
Oh, I agree.
Oh yeah.
So in the like K-pop dating world, they consider rookie group first 3 years, pretty much.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's right.
And the reason why I feel that when you're in your first 3 years, you shouldn't date or anything is because you're trying to build your brand as a group. At the end of the day, you're in a K-pop group to make money. It comes down to economics. And you should do nothing. And it's not even your mouth you're trying to feed. It's the mouth of everyone else in your group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you guys are a team. Like, if one person's super popular, everyone else should still support that person and not get jealous because that person is helping your group get more popular. And these dating scandals and things like that not only show that you're not focused on trying to make it to the top of the ladder, but it also shows that, like, it shows that you're inherently selfish to the rest of the team. I think.
Pretty much. Yeah. No, that pretty sums it up. Yeah.
Because your first 3 years should be like a rough grind. You're like, we got to establish ourselves in the market. We got to work on getting better, building a fan base. You shouldn't even have time to go out and date anyone.
That's what I think. I don't know how they even have time to do these things.
I don't know how they have time. And number two, how they like transport themselves to go see each other without getting caught and stuff.
I've heard like, you know, like music shows like Inkigayo, Music Bank. I heard there's a lot of couples like, you know, in the parking lot, like the basement parking lot. Like, like the waiting rooms. Yeah.
So I saw. So there was a group called M Black, and
I'm black.
one of the members there called Gio. Well, former members now.
Yeah.
Runs a YouTube channel. And
oh yes, I've seen this.
Right. And in a similar fashion, there's a guy called Song Jae-ho. I don't know if he has a different name, but whatever. I saw his YouTube clip. He used to be a part of Madtown, which I don't think is a group that's active anymore.
Yeah.
Those two mentioned that like in like the shows where you have a bunch of idols on, like Ayukdae, which is like idol
championship.
Okay, Ayukdae is pretty much the Idol Olympics where they do physical activity.
Yeah.
It's airing soon, so you should catch that. But continue.
Apparently, a lot of people, it's like just like dates in the free time they have, and like that's where a lot of like the lovey-dovey shit kind of happens, and like
I get it.
All the staff apparently like know about it, but they just all like kind of keep.
I mean, the staff are definitely complicit. Everyone, there was photos of Taeyeon and Baekhyun in a car, like making out with their manager in the backseat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Like that ain't a good look for anyone. Like, that's awkward. Yo, why couldn't he be like, yo, manager, go take like a 10-minute walk, bro?
Well, I feel bad for the manager.
Okay, now that you say that, the car picture, fans were really mad because this is when, you know, Chris Wu when he left EXO, and basically all the fans were having a hard time. The group was having a hard time, and they were like really intensely like practicing for their like concert. And that's when Baekhyun and Taeyeon were making out in the car. Like that's why fans were even more mad.
That ain't a good look. That's like when
exactly.
That's like when you at the clubs with your friends and you make out with someone and all your friends are like just standing there. It's the same thing. It's so awkward.
I think at the same time, like just hearing how the people have to go behind backs and like sneak around to date, I don't know, it makes me feel a little sad that they sign up for this knowing that they might not be able to date someone for like 3-4 years. I feel like that must be really, really hard.
But I think that's the price you pay to become
I just find
agree.
like it's hard.
I think there's a couple things when you become an idol that you're willing to sacrifice. You're willing to sacrifice seeing your family, number one, right? Because your group is your family for the next. Even though you live in the same city, generally in Seoul, like you're very limitedly gonna see your parents. Number two, it's like you're pretty much you should give up everything for this group for the next couple years, because at the end of the day, you're all trying to make it rich, and you should clearly be focused on just that. But I could obviously the temptation's there, and I on a personal level, like I get it. It's like everyone's good looking, right? There's wide pickings. There's all these celebrities who are pretty wealthy and they're all good looking. I can see it.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
What if like the idols who date, they time manage so well, like they don't affect the group activity, they don't affect like their work schedule at all, and they date, they're still dating, but they don't deceive the fans, they don't do any of the bad stuff, they're dating secretly, and they don't affect the group, then do you think it's okay?
Do it.
I think it's okay past the 3 years.
I see.
Because I still feel like, at least in Korean society, which values hard work pretty much more than anything, that it's tough, right? Because I'm trying to picture if I was in a group where like 2 years in, right, and there's like another girl at our company who's like cute, right, and then she's like,
my god.
Jesus.
No, I'm just trying to figure. I would be like, damn, that's hard to say no, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I just feel like I feel bad for them at the same time, even though I get that they signed up for it knowing that.
I remember. Go ahead.
Go for it.
I remember GOT7's Jackson.
Oh yeah.
He comes on variety shows and he's like, "Oh yeah, I signed with JYP that I can't date for 3 years. Like it's on his contract that he can't date."
Well, honestly, most companies do have it written in. I heard.
Yeah.
But,
except Cube.
Okay, so let's get into that real quick. So a couple things we're gonna get into is rookie groups dating a little more, and then we're gonna get into like the scandals of people getting pregnant and stuff.
Oh my
god.
But first, let's get into the rookie group. So recently, I would say it was like the last month, we had what I'm calling the Cube Fiesta. Yo, complete fiesta, like a clown fiesta over at Cube.
Tinder extravaganza over here.
Dude, if you think Tinder's good, go join Cube. Crazy. But pretty much what happened was one somewhat rookie group, Pentagon, had 3 dating scandals in a week, right? So one member, Edon, is dating one of the big girls at one of the most powerful girls at their company, HyunA. We had another guy from Pentagon, Hui's dating a girl from Yeoja Idol, who's another rookie group, and then we had a guy Yuto, who's apparently dating CLC, who's still pretty much a rookie group. So this is stretched across 4 different groups, like all in Cube.
Wow.
Mind you, everyone related is in Cube. So I think that these kids, considering none of their groups have been around longer than like 2 years, should really be trying to go date around right now.
Also, like none of their groups have been super successful except.
Yeah, that's another thing. Because I feel like I don't want to say you earn your right to date, but you kind of do.
Yeah. I think, Edon and Hui is in Triple H.
Yes.
And
So
Hui like writes all their songs too.
Yeah.
So I feel like Hui works like really hard for the group. Like I feel like if I had to pick like one person who works the hardest for Pentagon, it will be Hui.
yeah.
that's why I was like, I really like him. He's a main vocal too. He does all the singing too.
Yeah.
Like he's great. That's why I'm like, wow, like he's dating Soojin. Like, how does he even time manage all that?
And you gotta think Soojin's from Yeoja Idol, who's been
Yeah.
around less than a year at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like what
They
the
were
heck.
probably dating when she was a trainee, I think.
Yes,
Oh.
definitely. And also, the managers were seeing the pictures for Hui and Yuto's cases, which means that they're complicit in this, which is strange considering they're so young.
I mean, here's my guess, right? I'm pretty sure, like, it's like, I'm pretty sure everyone fucking dates. Like, everyone is like,
Of course, they're all good looking.
and they just hope that nobody fucking finds out outside the company.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what it is. So the
Has
members
there-
probably don't care.
Has there ever been a case where the idol was just like really open about it? He's like, look at my hot girlfriend.
Oh yeah. Block B's Yuguan.
Really?
Oh.
Oh yeah, he's like the only case though. And he's not the most popular member of that group either, right? So no one really cared all that much.
Yeah, he had his own like controversy with the girlfriend and stuff. Like I think he also deceived the fans a little too. And remember Super Junior's Seungmin?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that
Oh
was
my gosh.
Awful.
Explain. I don't know what that is.
Anita, explain.
I don't know exactly what happened before, but I think Seungmin decided to marry
Yes.
this longtime girlfriend, and fans were really, 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 really mad, and they basically kicked him out of the group. Like
Yeah.
he hasn't been active in so long.
They boycotted him from the group.
I don't get that because he's like 30. Like,
Okay, this is another deceptive thing again. He started changing his autograph. You know the autographs you go to like fan signs and they sign
Yeah.
the albums? Yeah, he started putting his wife's like initials in the autograph.
Hey,
No.
And then he asked like his, okay, do you guys know what home masters are? Basically, these are like Twitter pages or really big fan bases that like hold around those like huge cameras
yeah,
and take like really HD pictures.
yeah.
So Seungmin asked one of those fans to make like a wedding video for them.
Hey.
I think that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's
So
Yeah.
you think if he had like slowly done the process, he's like, hey everyone, I'm old, I have a girlfriend. You think it would have been okay if he slow burned it?
I think even like the Super Junior members were really mad about this because it affected the group.
Mhm.
Like the group was not I can't remember exactly, but
They were in the phase where it was very uncertain because half of them were
Yeah.
in the army and half of them were in.
yeah,
Mhm.
It was
yeah.
a mess for a couple years for them.
Yo,
I think-
you know
Yeah.
who was kind of worse than Seungmin though?
Who?
There was a group a while ago. They're not active anymore, but there was a group at one point called UKISS. There was a
Oh, Eli.
there, what,
Tongo.
I'm talking
Tongo.
about Tongo.
That
guy-
whole group.
That guy was like the eighth. He was the carrier.
Yeah, he
the
was.
youngest.
And then he got a girl pregnant and got married at like 22 or some shit like that.
Okay, he's doing well though. He came out on this like dog show, and his family looks cute. Like they're doing okay.
Dog show is what his life is at this point.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, shout out to you, Kiss. What happened, fam? You guys were on
I
fire
don't
for like
know.
2 songs
Tongo
and you
quit
died.
and the group died. That's what happened.
Mama
Hey,
Nani. Oh, I liked you Kiss back then.
I think everyone liked UKISS.
Oh.
Shout out to Kevin from UKISS.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin. I liked
But,
Kevin.
Okay, so 2 other ones I want to talk about before we wrap this up is Moon Hee-jun and Soyul from Crayon Pop, and Minhwan and Yulhee from La Boom, the baby people.
Baby.
So these 2 cases, so Moon Hee-jun is from God, correct? Or
No,
yeah,
HOT.
HOT. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not
Get
into
your
old
shit
K-pop.
together.
Anything before like 2009, I have no clue. Okay. So he's in HOT, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's in HOT. And he's a little chubby and has a weird look going on. Let's not I don't want to throw him under the bus, but he's not your standard Korean good-looking idol. right?
He used to be, but
Used to
you
be,
know,
and also
Yeah.
also he's old.
Past his prime.
He's old.
Also, he said a lot of fucked up shit.
I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but this is a case where all of a sudden it announced that he was marrying a girl from Crayon Pop, which was a one-hit wonder group,
Yeah.
and a really pretty girl at that, and a girl who was way younger than him.
Mm-hmm.
And this was so deceptive because they're like, we're getting married because we're in love, right? That was the message for the longest time. They had a wedding. Everyone was like, this is a little fishy. And then within 3 months or 4 months, they have a kid.
Hey.
And they
lied.
They straight up said, we are not having a kid, right? That's
Yep.
literally what they said in all interviews, because everyone's like, all right, this is definitely a shotgun marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And they completely denied. They said, like, no, she's not pregnant. We're not having a kid. And they were having a kid the whole time.
I don't know why they did that. Like, they're gonna figure it out anyway.
I was like, people can count back 9 months.
Yeah, like we're not dumb.
Like, I don't
Like,
know.
hello.
I mean, okay, so same thing with Minhwan from FT Island and Yulhee from Laboom. Like, this is a little different because they're both young, right? So the age thing isn't a really big controversy. Although he's older than her. But
Did they lie too? They were honest.
no, they lied.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, this broke because Yulhee posted photos of them together on Twitter.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah,
similar
that's
to the
right.
IU Eunhyuk situation. She posted like 3 pictures, like, "Oh, I have to leave your arms in 10 minutes. I'm so sad."
Oh, that was this girl.
Oh, I need to look this up.
Yeah, it was something to that extent, and they were clearly at his house because of course the fans are crazy and they can tell from like the action figures on the wall that it's at his apartment because it was on a different show. So they knew. They like they went on CSI and they knew it was his house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Oh my God, I don't want to leave your arms," blah, blah, blah. And everyone thought she was just saying that to get it out in the open that they're dating, right? She was trying to just like, get it out there. We're dating. Everyone deal with it. So she was trying to, but then the response within a week was that she left the group, which was crazy town because Laboom's not doing that well in general. They have a chart manipulation issue going on. They're not that popular and they're really carried by one girl, Solbin, in the group. They're not in a great situation. And then they get married all of a sudden. Everyone's like, oh no. And then 4 months later, they have a kid.
Oh, Jesus.
That one is literally the pure definition of a shotgun marriage. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to say though, their baby is very cute.
Yeah.
I think the baby has like their own Instagram, and the baby's good looking.
I mean, like,
I
dude,
don't know.
the baby's getting a lot of good genes. Like, there's no.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
like,
This situation's a little weirder for me because at least in the Moon Hee-jun Soyu situation, Moon Hee-jun had already been really successful in his career, right? His career was pretty much not a musician anymore, right? He's more like an entertainer. And Crayon Pop, everyone acknowledged that they were a one-hit wonder and they were pretty much done at this point. But with the Minhwan Yulhee situation, Laboom is like they were still trying to make it, and then this happened, so it completely ruined their group.
I agree.
And FT Island had already peaked a couple years before this even happened.
I feel like FT Island, where they're at right now, I feel like Minhan isn't probably like a big problem, but for
Is he the drummer?
Yuri, he is the drummer, yes.
Mm.
But I feel like for Yuri, like, I feel bad because she had to leave the group, you know? And then it was so ironic because FT Island and Laboom came back the same week. And Minhan was on stage, but where's Yuri?
gone.
Oh, okay. No, okay. So you're referencing like they came back more recently, right?
Yeah,
and,
like recently they came back.
And it's a double standard because Minhwan can still be in FT Island, but Yulhee has to stay home with the kid, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's definitely a double standard, but it's something that's like that's so Korean.
Yeah.
It sucks to say that, but that's so Korean.
Yeah, it's just the leftovers from past conservative Korea.
And it's one of those things where like FT Island's not a cookie cutter idol group because they're a band where I guess people are like meh, right?
Yeah.
But man, it sucks because I like Laboom and this really screwed them overall.
Yeah, and Yuri was one of like, you know, the key members. Like,
Oh yeah, it was
people liked
Solbin
her.
and Yulhee.
Yep.
They really only like Yuli because they thought she had a nice body.
Oh, she's super pretty too.
Yeah, she had a Song Hye Kyo vibe going on.
Oh, she's pretty.
Well, now I don't even remember what she looks like anymore. So,
But
that's sad.
does anyone want to talk about Sully and Cheja?
I honestly feel kind of bad for Sully because
Hey, Warren, can you give us a 2-minute summary of that situation?
there were pictures of them being caught of dating. It's on.
And how much older is he than her?
Like 12.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
They called it a cradle rocker, right? Didn't they?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Taeyeon. You cradle rocked with Iheri from Girls' Day.
Oh my god.
Oh
Like
right.
a 16 or 18 year difference. What the hell? She was a rookie at the time too when that happened. But for me, in overall, let's get back to like the overall topic. I think that dating is inherently fine, but for me, when you become the idol, you sacrifice some things, and you should really do anything you want for the group. I mean, everything for the group for the first couple years. Once you're out of that, I don't really care. Unless you're deceiving the fans, then it's terrible at all points.
I think idols, like, they live off of their image. You know, image is everything. You know, like, trying to look good. Why are they coming out with all these concepts, these type of songs? It's to like build their image. You know, that's what gains them popularity, money. So if they want to keep making money, they need to maintain that image. And once you start dating someone, everyone starts to relate you to that girl or that guy.
That's true.
Yes. And that like name tag follows you for forever. Okay. Like Sully, like we all know her as Cheja's ex-girlfriend, you know. And you can't go back. Like IU and Eunhyuk, like that happened like years ago, and people still like remember that.
Can you describe how you felt when it came out that Guhara from Kara was dating Hyung from Beast/Highlight? Because for everyone, Jenny is probably the biggest Beast fan that I know.
Beauty.
Yes.
How young were you? How old were you at the time when this broke?
So I just got out of middle school, and
oh my god! So this is great because that's the age group where they get the most pissed.
Yeah.
So continue.
Yes.
Teenager puberty, Jenny.
I just got out of middle school, and I actually went to Korea when this happened. And I was watching TV, and then I was on the internet, and it says Kuwara and Yongjin dating, and there's like pictures of them holding hands. Okay, and I cried like 7 times that day.
Oh my god.
And everyone's like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Oh, Young's dating this girl, Kuwara," and everyone knew who Kuwara was. Like, Kara was so popular back then, so I think that's what made it more devastating for me. But
so why was it devastating though? Why do you think you were so sad?
I think it was because I was totally like in love with Young. Like, I was like, so in love. Like, he was my life. And then I'm like, oh my god, he's dating a girl. But it was like a little girl mindset, you know. Now I feel like I could be more mature about it if they don't deceive the fans. But also Young deceived the fans because he wore the outfit, the clothes that were like fans' gifts. He wore that when he was going on a date with her.
I'm reevaluating my opinion based on what you said, and I kind of get it because it's like, why do we listen to music, right? In general, you're trying to like either find a release, right? Music's supposed to be relaxing, and it's like a separation from your daily shit, right? That sucks. And when you're young, you have these like illusions of grandeur where like, oh my god, I'm gonna marry a prince or a princess, right?
Yes.
But for a lot of these kids, their prince or a princess is a K-pop idol, and they're perfect to them.
Young.
Yes.
But like, I'm thinking about it, and I can see why they would get pissed. Like, I was into K-pop a little bit when I was in high school. I was probably like 16. So the kind of over puberty and kind of getting into like becoming an adult a little more mature. But if I was like 12 years old and I was really into like Twice, Sana or something, let's say I'm 12, and then it finds out like she's dating someone, I think I'd be devastated.
I think
Like everyone has those like, you know, middle school, high school crush. And I think that's when you see the idols like that when you're younger. And then when
Yeah.
you grow up, it's a little bit different.
And you forget that they're like real people when you idolize someone and you push
Yeah.
away like the flaws and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And a majority of fans are young. Like we're old for K-pop fans in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I'm like a grandpa over here.
Here's the thing, right?
Like not to be creepy, but I have to limit how young I fan people. I don't want to be too creepy.
I know what you mean.
All the people on Produce.
Like a future topic we're gonna talk about is like the stigma of liking K-pop. And as a person who's in his mid-20s and likes K-pop, it's a terrible issue for me sometimes.
Shout out to NCT Jisung.
You're his grandma.
Yo,
I'm his grandma.
Shout out to Changwon Young, too young to be on TV past midnight. Holy shit.
But I'm thinking like I kind of get like now that we've talked about it, I kind of get why people get angry a little because they're like it ruins their world. This like image they had in their mind. I don't think it's right that they get angry, but I think I kind of understand.
Okay, there's this really huge controversy in last Produce 101, The Boys. So there was a guy called Lee Myung-min, and he's from Brand New Music.
Yeah.
He was really, really popular. He was ranked number 5, okay? And he was in this dating scandal. He went to this like love museum with his girlfriend. Like they went on a trip together. Like we're like, oh my god, it's like Lovestagram. Okay, it turned out there was all rumors, but that dropped his rank from 5 to like 17 or 18, and everyone got furious. And it was because this guy, he was known as like the boyfriend type, you know?
Is he the one who looks like Taeyeon?
I guess.
Wait, what's his name?
Im Young-min from Brand New Music.
Im Young-min?
Yes. And
oh no, it's this other guy. I remember. Okay.
People got extremely mad because there were so many like fanfics about him. Like they were putting and the main girl is yourself. Okay. Yeah. And this guy was known for like, you know, the namchin, the boyfriend type of idol. That was his image. And that's why people got really, really mad.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, you know, like Taeyeon. Like, you know, Taeyeon's like so cute, he's so talented, like everyone loves him. But it was not like Lee Myung-min, he's talented, but he's not like, you know, as talented. Like he was known for like the good looks, like the height. And they were all thinking like, oh yeah, I want to marry him, I want to date him. And that's why everyone got really mad.
No, I get it. But I think everyone, if you're listening to this and you're a K-pop fan, I think the first thing you have to remember when you get into liking K-pop idols is that they're human and they make mistakes and they're like they're actual humans like you and they have needs, like straight up. But all right, I think that's enough for that. I like that conversation. It was good. We hit all the points. I reevaluated my opinion on shit. Like good talk, guys. Yeah. So next we're gonna talk about some news that happened this week. All right, so I'm gonna drop the bomb at the beginning. Jun So-mi leaves JYP. Oh my god.
Poor girl.
Okay, so Jun So-mi was on Produce 101 season 1. She won the show, which is crazy. But before that, she was on 17, which was the elimination show to create twice. 16 to make twice, and she lost on that. And it was pretty much she didn't get chosen to be in twice because she was so much younger than everyone else.
Yeah.
Even though everyone inherently could see how much potential and talent she had, which she showed on Produce 101. And everyone thought that she was going to debut in the new JYP group that's slated to come out either late this year or next year. And then all of a sudden it comes out that she's leaving JYP. Number one, that's weird. But then number two, it was also weird because JYP came out with a statement later that said they're still going ahead with the new girl group with Shin Ryujin, who was on Mix 9 and she won on that show. And she's a monster.
Yeah.
And they said they're still making the group with her as a core member, which pretty much means she's the new it girl of the group. But Jun So-mi's family came out and said that it was a agreement to leave JYP that happened between all parties, and it was good, like how do I describe this? Yeah, good terms. Everyone agreed to it. So it's a little strange as to what happened. I'm just sad because I think Jun So-mi is obscenely talented, and for her to not be at one of the major companies is a shame.
You know, I did read this comment on Reddit And it was referring back to one of her old interviews, like a year ago or so. And in that interview, Somi was saying that she's kind of okay with not debuting as an idol.
So she would rather just be like an actress or an entertainer.
Right. She's okay with just being like a general entertainer. So that's like one possibility, I guess.
Let's get this off the table. I don't think she was kicked out for doing something wrong. I don't think that's the case. I think that she probably, one of two things happened. Either they told her we're gonna delay the group, and she's like, I'm out then, right? Because she doesn't want to wait anymore. Or number two, she decided that what JYP envisioned for her was not what she wanted, so she wanted to leave and do her own thing somewhere else. I think those are the two most plausible situations. But
I think whatever the reason was, I think she wanted to leave herself.
Yeah, it was her decision. Yeah.
Also, though, her dad seems to like to leech off of her fame a little, and there's some rumors that he wants her to be famous now. So he wants her to leave JYP to create a one-person company, and so they can get more work, and he can leech off of that because her dad's like been in acting and stuff on Korea, and he's gonna be on Jinchasanai Real Men 3 soon. So it's clear that her dad wants to be on the public limelight too.
Oh,
it's a little
weird.
Interesting. That's a weird perspective. But can I put on my tinfoil hat and make a weird prediction? Okay, this is my conspiracy theory, right?
Right.
So later this year, JYP starts his show, right?
Wait, pause for a second. Why are you speaking in this stupid?
I don't know. We're making this up, right?
Okay.
So JYP wants to make the new group, so he does 17 the show, right? The new show's called 17
season 2.
At the beginning of the show, he's like, "We're going to make a 6-member group," right? They go through the elimination show. The final episode, he picks only 5 girls, right? And everyone's like, why is there only 5? Can JYP not count? Is he stupid? And then they lift up a curtain, and Jun So-mi is the 6th member.
No.
Oh my god.
No way that's happening. That just is like a big fuck you in my face. No,
You don't think that's gonna happen?
No way.
Oh.
Okay, let me
Because
put
this
on...
article it's gotta be true.
Yeah, but just because she broke her entertainment contract doesn't mean she can't re-sign as a singer.
Okay. Let me put on my tinfoil hat. Put out my theory out there, right? Okay, let's dial this back to a couple of weeks before. There was a rumor. Well, it's not even a rumor. JYP came out and he said, "Yo, I'm gonna debut a girl group in Japan."
So you think he's gonna do that instead of doing another one in Korea?
No. I think he was maybe trying to put Jun So-mi into the Japan group.
Oh.
Jun So-mi's like, "Yo, I don't fuck with that. I'm not in. I'm leaving." I think that's kind of what happened. Like, looking at the big picture, that's kind of most likely.
I feel you, fam, on that.
Yeah, like what JYP did earlier with Wonder Girls, sending them to America. Like, he always sends popular girls like outside Korea.
Overseas.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Maybe.
That's a good theory.
Yeah.
But okay, if I'm like Cube or Woolim, I'm giving Jun So-mi everything she wants to join my company right now.
Pretty agent.
If I'm like, okay, so let's think of it, right? If who has the most talent right now out of Yeonsub Sings? Like, probably Starship. Other than the big 3, Starship probably has the most talent right now. And since Uju Sonyo's floundering, they're due to probably release something else soon. Okay, so we get Jun So-mi, we give her everything. We buy her a mansion, whatever she wants. We give her everything. We give her 50% of the profits. I don't give a fuck. We need her. So we get her, and then we wait till the 101 girls finish in a year, and then we debut like a month after that.
Ooh, that's lit.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not a terrible idea because she's, I think, 18 now, and those 101 girls are like, I think 15 and 16. So the age isn't a huge gap, and Jun So-mi's your leader, and you assure her that she'll be the face of this.
Yeah, I forget how young Somi is. She's still really
She's
young.
so young.
But yeah, if I'm one of those second-tier companies, I'm throwing so much money at her to join.
Okay, I feel like wherever she's going next, I think she will be fine. It's just, it makes me mad how like JYP kept her for so long, and like this is the ending.
So
Yeah.
predictions. Do you think so? Let's do the three options. Is she gonna be in a group? Is she gonna be a solo artist musically, or is she not gonna do idol anymore?
I think she's definitely going to do idol, but
Do you think solo or a group right now?
I hope she does group. I feel like she could be successful as solo, but I feel like she'll be better in a group.
Somi joins MNH and does solo, and with Chungha a duo.
Oh wait,
And
wasn't
then
there?
and then Sejong and Mina
Oh
leave,
yes.
leave Jellyfish. They all leave their respective groups and they reform Exodia, and then they have IOI Part 2
Hell yes.
at Big Hit Entertainment.
Would you want Sohye to join that or not?
No,
No.
we do a 10-member IOI.
Okay.
No Sohye.
But I just hope that Jun Somi does well, because I think
Yes,
she's super
seriously.
talented. So good luck
Poor
to
girl.
you, Jun Somi. We're rooting for you. We'll see what happens. But let's get to the next news. So Bangtansoyeon BTS sells out 40,000 seater City Field, which is somewhat near me, for a concert in October in just minutes.
That's surprise.
Oh my gosh. So my mom is a huge BTS fan,
What?
and she was like, "Oh my god, like they sold out." Like she was so nervous, like check the news if they sold out or not. I'm like, of course they're gonna sell out. Like it's really great that they did, but it was like predictable.
So
Yeah.
City Field is where the New York Mets play. I'm in Brooklyn, and the stadium's like probably, with no traffic, like a 30-40 minute drive from me. So it's in Queens.
Mm-hmm.
So City Field is where like Billy Joel goes and plays.
Mm-hmm.
It's humongous. Like it's an outdoor 40. It's a baseball stadium. It's
Right.
humongous. The fact that they could sell it out leads me to believe that they were testing the American market, and next summer they're gonna have a concert tour throughout America.
So I've been to BTS concert. It was the Red Bullet Part 2 back in.
What stadium
Like,
was it in?
It's
Or
been.
where was
It was in Dallas. It was a Verizon theater, and the capacity was about 6,000 people. And of course, we worked really freaking hard to get the VIP tickets, and we got like the very last row of the VIP. And the whole entire place was sold out.
Was it
And
lit?
it was lit, but what surprised me the most was that there were barely like any like Koreans. It was
Really?
all international fans, yes. And this is before they got huge. This is when they came back with I Need You. That's when I was like,
Yeah.
shit, this is a little scary. Like, they're going to be huge.
Yeah, and then
And they did. They blew up.
definitely, it's like if they can sell out a 40,000 seater one shot, like they're definitely gonna do a stadium tour next year, and it's gonna make so much money.
Oh, yeah.
But shout out to BTS spreading that How You wave everywhere.
Very proud of them.
All right, I'm gonna skip this next one because it would lead to too much talking. And then so Big Bang celebrates 12th year debut.
Really?
Ooh.
I know they're not like technically promoting right now because they're like all in the army, other than Seungri, but still 12 years. Respect for lasting that long.
Respect.
Yeah.
On a sadder note, netizens commemorate Ladies Code Rise on her 4th anniversary. Oh no, on her 4th birthday since she passed away in the terrible Ladies Code car accident incident.
Rest in peace.
It's already been 4 years.
I still have concerns about idols being driven late at night by their managers who are also sleep deprived, because recently we had Oh My Girl get in a crash, and I just hope that I hope they protect the idols before anything else. It's okay to be late to a thing as long as y'all make it. It's more important to protect your idols.
Yeah, money is important, but life is more important.
Exactly. And lastly, Show Me the Money. They're calling this season 777. Confirmed to start on September 7th.
Oh shit.
Which is
Gotta watch
exactly
that.
1 week after the Produce 48 ends.
I think it's taking the
Good timing.
time
It's
slot.
Mnet.
And for us, we will probably be shifting over to covering that in our post show once that starts.
I'm gonna start flying around. Show me the money. Season 7, 777.
But,
That's what they're calling it. Let's go. Let's
right.
get it.
Because Warren's hype. I mean,
I'm
Warren's the
fucking hype.
resident rap guy, so he's super hype.
I've
But,
counted, right? I've counted how long I've been listening to Korean rap. Next year is my 9th year.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm like, fuck, I feel old.
This is my 10th year liking K-pop. Like
This
hardcore.
is my 10th year too, or 11th year.
I think
But,
this is my 4th.
Dang.
Lastly, we got upcoming releases. So on the 24th, which is Friday, BTS is coming back. Gonna be huge. This is probably their most important release.
Everybody's watching.
And then completely on the other side of the spectrum, next Tuesday on the 28th, Shinwa's coming back. The grandpas are coming back.
Ooh.
Maybe we'll see what
Shinwa.
happens. We'll see what happens. The OGs.
Yay.
Yay, that's exciting actually.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the main podcast, so we can go on to the Produce 48 post show, which you should definitely listen. It's a YouTube exclusive, so check us out. So this has been Soju Talk, your weekly shot at K-pop. I have been Doug. That sounded weird. I'm Doug. Instagram.com/Doug92kid. We had Warren.
Hey, helping us popping and bopping, y'all.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, Jenny.
Ew. I have been Jenny.
Anita.
Thank you for listening.
So please subscribe, like, download all our stuff. We're on all those podcast things, pretty much anywhere you want to listen to podcasts. And you're already listening to us, so why aren't you subscribed? So thanks, everyone.
Yo, come watch our
Thanks.
Produce episode.